I came for you.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Episode Breakdown. I'm your host Oliver, and buckle up because today we are diving into the absolute powder keg that is Robin Hood 2025 Season 1 Episode 8, The True Price of Defiance. This episode isn't just a turning point, it's a sledgehammer to the status quo. We've got psychological warfare, a devastating trap, a shocking death, a heartbreaking breakup, and an ending that leaves Robin's camp more vulnerable than ever. Spoilers are not just ahead, they are the main event. Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our breakdowns. So let's get into it. The episode opens not in the sunny glades of Sherwood, but in the cold, damp dungeons of Nottingham Castle. The sheriff, brilliantly played, is done with just sending men into the forest to get picked off. He's evolving. His new weapon? Psychological warfare. He parades 5 Saxon hostages, including Robbin's beloved uncle Gamewell, before his court. Publicly, he makes a grand declaration. Robin Hood has 1 week to surrender himself or all the hostages will be executed. To make sure the message is received, he releases one old man, sending him back to Sherwood as a living, breathing ultimatum. But in private, the sheriff reveals his true cunning plan to his aides. He doesn't believe for a second that Robin will surrender. That's not the point. He's counting on Robin's heroic, reckless nature. The entire public ultimatum is bait, a beautifully set trap designed to lure Robin and his merry men into a fortified rescue attempt within the castle walls, where he can finally eliminate them all.
You truly believe Robin Hood will surrender?
I hope not. If he did, he'd ruin my plans.
And here's where the first emotional gut punch lands. Gamewell, understanding the trap, tries to be a hero in his own right. He offers to sacrifice himself to atone for Robin's crimes and spare the other innocent Saxons. The sheriff coldly refuses, hiding behind his facade of law and order. But during this tense exchange, he drops a nuclear-level bombshell. He reveals that years ago, it wasn't a Norman, but a Saxon forester named Alwyn, whose false testimony led to the arrest and execution of Robin's father, Hugh Locksley. The betrayal is now personal, and it's coming from within Robin's own people.
One of your own testified against him. Alwyn, the forester. It was his word that condemned Hugh Locksley.
Back in Sherwood, the freed hostage delivers the sheriff's message, and it immediately tears a community in two. Families of the captives, desperate and weeping, plead with Robin to surrender to save their loved ones. Others, like the more hardened rebels, argue that yielding would destroy everything they've built and invite more tyranny. Robin is utterly tormented. Surrender means the end of the rebellion. Inaction means the death of his uncle, the man who raised him. In a defining moment, he chooses a third path: defiant action. He will launch a rescue mission. The planning session reveals their secret advantage. Nottingham Castle was built by Saxons. Rumors of hidden passages unknown to the Normans persist. Combined with inside info from Lange, who are their mole who used to work in the castle, they devise a bold infiltration plan.
I know every passage, every stairwell, the halls for servants. I can lead us through.
Under cover of darkness, Robin, Little John, Rosemary, still presenting as Ralph to most, and a small team slip into the castle via these ancient Saxon passages. The initial phase is a slick, silent success. They neutralize guards, reach the dungeons, and free Gamewell and the other elders. But the moment they move to escape, the trap is sprung. Corridors flood with Norman soldiers. The chaotic combat is brutal in close quarters.
Robin Hood, I presume. Did you really think you could slip in here so easily?
And here comes a tragedy. In the frantic skirmish, Henry Miller, the younger brother of Drew and Rosemary, is fatally wounded by a Norman guard. In the desperate fighting retreat, there is no time to recover his body. Drew and Rosemary are literally dragged away, forced to leave their brother's corpse behind in the castle. The emotional weight of that moment is crushing. Robin himself is pursued onto the castle rooftops by the sheriff, leading to their most brutal one-on-one sword fight yet. Robin is nearly overwhelmed until Rosemary, from a distance, fires an arrow that wounds the sheriff in the arm, allowing Robin to escape.
Get after him! We jump!
What?
Ready?
But even in this chaos, the sheriff is smiling. Why? In a chilling private moment, he reveals to his lieutenant that he coerced one of the Saxon hostages to become a spy. This mole, now rescued and returning to Sherwood with Robbin's band, will be his eyes and ears inside the rebellion. This is a massive strategic win. The victory in Sherwood is hollow, poisoned. They hold a funeral for Henry Miller, with an empty grave. The loss transforms Rosemary. Overwhelmed by grief, she finally fully casts off her Ralph persona. She tells Robbin she now understands his drive for vengeance, having lost her own family to the sheriff. She pledges herself wholly and ruthlessly to Robbin's cause with one goal: kill the sheriff. And the camp is now shrouded in distrust. In a masterful, subtle shot, the episode shows one of the rescued elders, the spy, quietly observing the camp's routines, its defenses, its hidden paths. The sheriff is already watching.
I know how you feel now, Rob. I see why you are the way you are, and I want what you want.
Meanwhile, at Westminster, Marian's path diverges completely. Robert, in disguise, risks everything to see her. He delivers a coin to Queen Eleanor, a rebel symbol, but his real goal is personal. He confronts Marian, begging her to admit she still loves him. Marian is brutally but beautifully resolute. She states she cannot love a man whose path is one of bloodshed, which includes the death of her brother Aron. To make it final, she takes a dried marigold, a token from when they first met, and throws it into the fire. It's over. Liberated, Marian steps into the political arena. She accepts a dance with Prince John, enjoying the attention and the strategic power it offers. Her friend Priscilla encourages her to seize her own influence. Simultaneously, Queen Eleanor, alarmed by John's ambition and the Midlands unrest, writes a secret letter to Prince Richard, urging him to return to England. The chessboard of the crown is being set.
But your enemies do not wait idly. The crown isn't merely worn, Richard. It must be guarded and defended.
Back in Sherwood, the final, devastating act plays out. Gamewell, burdened with guilt, shares the sheriff's revelation about Alwyn's betrayal. A cold, terrifying fury consumes Robbin. He confronts Alwyn in front of the camp. The elder forester confesses he gave false testimony against Hugh Locksley, coerced by the Normans. Robbin is trembling, an arrow nocked. Other Saxon elders plead with him, warning him killing one of their own will shatter their unity. As Robbin seems to relent and turns away, Alwyn, in a final act of cowardice, grabs an axe and attacks Robbin from behind. Robbin spins and in pure self-defense fires his arrow. Alwyn is dead. Robbin declares it justice for his father's betrayal and the immediate attack. But the episode's final moments sit with you in silence. Has Robbin crossed a line? By killing a Saxon, even a traitor, has he started to become the kind of ruthless leader he's fighting against? The true price of defiance is this moral corrosion.
He did this to himself. This is what betrayal earns.
Camp now houses a spy. His alliance is frayed by grief and suspicion, and his own soul is stained. Robin Hood won a pirate victory. He saved the hostages but lost Henry, planted a spy in his midst, and killed the Saxon, severely testing his moral code and leadership. The Sheriff of Nottingham, master strategist, he successfully baited Robbin, inflicted a painful casualty, and gained a crucial intel asset. He's now playing the long game from a position of hidden strength. Marian, officially free of Robbin. She's now a player in the Game of Thrones at Westminster, and her connection to Prince John is a wild card for the future. Rosemary, transformed by grief into a vengeance-driven warrior, which is both a new asset and a potential liability for the Merry Men. Eleanor has set the endgame in motion by calling Prince Richard home. What did you think of this game-changing episode? Is Robbin justified, or is he losing his way? Who do you think is the spy? And how will Marian's political maneuvering collide with Robbin's war? Let me know all your theories in the comments below. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for your weekly dose of episode breakdowns. I'm Oliver, and I'll see you in the next one.